Super Hikiyami Moriko Turbo HD Remix. Hello guys, Hikiyami Moriko this, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Small Town Big Secrets by LeafletGames. So let's start the game. I hope there's some kind of music sound. Yeah, it is. The inspector's attention's wave. Okay, so those are cops. Am I in trouble? She settled in the comforting clang of the grandfather clock. None of her old friend's words reached her ears. The policewoman kept talking, not noticing the audience's attention was elsewhere. Only when the policewoman paused for a moment did the inspector focus back on her. Yeah, that's the policewoman. Looks kinda tired, a little bit. It's not that we can solve this kid. She ran her hand through her close cropped hair. It's just that we're understaffed and with Halloween coming up, we need all the help we can get. Yeah, that sounds like an excuse. She sits uncomfortably in a chair on the other side of a large desk. Investigator Rowan. Okay, of course. I'm happy to take this case off your plate. The investigator answered calmly, unperturbed. Oh, good. The policewoman got up hastily to leave. You don't need to say policewoman that many times. If you need me, I'll be down at Lorennet Farm. I'll be helping with security at the corn maze. The corn maze? Oh, that sounds fun. And before she stepped through the office door, she paused, turning around. Just one more thing. It's haunted, or something like that, right? She looked at the woman at the desk for a moment, as waiting for a response. When none came, she cleared her throat, then glanced to the side and continued. The chief wants to send a trainee with you. She just came in from the city. The policewoman frowned as she said something embarrassing. Fully raising her eyebrows, the investigator stared at her. I work alone, because I'm really cool. And she looks really cool, to be fair. Yes, well, the chief said it was not negotiable. The woman behind the desk said. The policewoman took its agreement and dashed out of the door. The trainee will be here tomorrow morning. She ran off. A trainee, huh? I should have turned this case down. But I need this job. Yeah, I need to get food. She looked at the stack of unpaid bills in her desk drawer. Yeah. I feel you, sister. The investigator picked up the manila folder the policewoman left with her. Wow, this music is so intense for some reason. She slid her fingers along that familiar rough paper and opened it up, readying herself for a long night of reading case files. Huh? She read aloud the pages full of scribbled notes. Corn maze, escape route, forest, jack-o'-lanterns with artificial lights this year. What, something burned last year or what? Important, look out for weirdos, always. This must be the notes for Halloween preparations. She must have mixed up the files. How can they be so incompetent? Hey, chill out, she's busy, okay? The investigator felt like she asked herself this almost every other day. If I wasn't here this time, we'll descend into chaos. I better get this to her right away. These backgrounds are kind of trippy, like are making me kind of dizzy, but they look cool. The character art also looks really cool. She got off her truck, stretching out her arms above her and stomping her feet to get some feeling back into after the hour-long drive. The policewoman sat in a folding chair next to the corn maze, knitting and looking despondent until she heard the investigator approach. Investigator Rowan, you came. She got up, tangling her feet in the yarn and almost knocking the chair over in the process of freeing herself. Here are the case files. They shoved identical folders. Sorry you had to drive all the way out here. The PI looked around at the festive atmosphere. It doesn't look so festive right now, but okay. Children searching for the perfect pumpkin in the pumpkin patch, the farm workers hanging last-minute decorations. This is a great Halloween game. I'm glad I found a Halloween-esque game. Decorations on the trees and buildings. Nice out here, isn't it? It's hard not to think of last year's tragedy. The policewoman's shoulders sagged a little. Yeah, well, I don't think there was foul play at work, even though we never killed anyone. At least those kids weren't trapped in the maze too long. Did the maze burn? And it was only a broken leg, not something worse. They were both silent for a moment, reflecting on other unspoken incidents. This year, I'm here to protect everyone. Like a good policewoman. The investigator rolled her eyes. That's something, I suppose. I better get back to it. Thanks for bringing my notes. Good luck with the case. The policewoman grabbed a big knot of yarn on the ground raising her eyebrow quizzically. Okay. Now, what to do about this little problem? Ah, that's a really good trainee. Okay. The inspector woke at her desk when she had fallen asleep reading the case files. An unfamiliar girl sat across the desk from her. She fixed her tie and straightened her hair as much as possible. And you are? The girl's eyes lit up. Your new partner, Bridget. It's really cute. But I don't have a... It took a moment for the previous day's events to come flooding back. The trainee. Sure, I don't have my badge yet, but I'm a good partner to have. I don't think that the music fits like quite right with how the game looks, but I appreciate the music instead of silence. Had you worked many cases then? Nope, but I'm excited to start. That's the attitude, right? The girl almost bounced off her seat in excitement. Where do we start? What's the case? Here. She slid the case files over the desk to the girl. Read this. The girl picked up the papers and placed them in her lap without looking at them. Can you just tell me? She smiled and stared at the investigator. Seriously? Fine. The girl smiled even wider, her big eyes sparkling. There has been a missing person. There is a missing person, you mean? Please don't interrupt me. Sorry. The girl apologized, but if she was faced by the rebuke, she didn't show it. As I was saying, there's been a missing person. A young woman, a local, has not been seen for 3 days. Her friends and family are worried, and the police can't seem to make any headway. That's where we come in. The investigator shot a stern look at the girl. But yes, the police have hired me to solve this case. They are busy preparing for the annual Halloween party, making sure everything will be safe. I don't think that's like proper use of the police force, but okay. That's why this falls on us, to us. A party? Can we go to the party? I want to dress up. What are you going to be? The girl paused expectantly and the investigator frowned back at her. We're not going to the party. You're here to work this case with me, so that is what we're going to do. The girl pouted. Now, read these case files. We'll go to the missing person's last known location after lunch. I may or may not desperately need a nap. Sleep well. The investigator groaned and slouched from the office. Okay, are you ready to go to the forest? The investigator looked perkier than the day before, slipping a cup of coffee. The forest? The investigator tensed, almost spilling her coffee. You didn't read the case files, did you? I was supposed to do that. How did you even get into the police training program? Whatever, let's just go. The investigator walked confidently into the forest with her sidekick lagging a little behind. According to the reports, this was her last known location. Why was she in the forest? If you read the reports, you know that she was an avid birdwatcher. Apparently, she came out of often strange at hours to look for rare birds. What a cool hobby. I don't know if I trust Bridget just yet. It's too dumb to be, like, real. I guess, but it's not smart to wander about alone. You never do anything alone? No, that's not what I... Stop distracting me. The investigator began searching the area. We have to look for clues. The girl mimicked the investigator, searching on tree trunks, under stones, in piles of leaves. What's this over here? The investigator came running. What is it? There are bugs under this stone. So? Do you think it is a clue? Not at all. Okay, I'll keep looking. Investigator sighed out the girl replaced the stone. Replaced the stone. Wait a minute. Something shiny poked through the dead leaves. It's a quarter. Why will that be here? The girl put her face up close to the investigators. It could be a clue. Blushing a little at the closeness, the investigator put the coin into a plastic bag and stood up uncomfortably. Never mind. This will go much faster if I was alone and could concentrate. Standing up slowly, the girl stood next to the investigator again. What did you say? Let's split up, gang. I don't know, if we split up, maybe something can happen to her, and I don't want that to happen. Let's look over here together. I was just wondering what you think we should do now. Yeah, let's ask her something. You're actually asking me? If you ask me, this missing person is gone. Yeah, no, shoot, Sherlock. I don't think we'll ever find her. Hey, that's not something an investigator should say. Her face, usually cheerful, held a dark expression. What kind of an outlook is that? You won't make it very far in the police with that kind of thinking. Her face turned cheerful again. You're right. Sometimes I forget that I'm strong and capable. Okay, I guess that works. Mostly what you need is determination, and from what I've seen, you got a lot of that. Thanks. You know a lot about the police. Were you ever a police officer? Actually, yes. What happened? Let's just say I wanted to be my own boss. Off in the trees, a bird sang, then gazed up at it. The two continued to search the forest for an hour and a half more. I'm tired. Let's sit. A rotting log sank under them as they sat down heavily. I'm at my wit's end. All I found were bugs, which are not clues. Yes, I know that now. I have to think. She bowed her head and rubbed her fingertips on her temples. The girl looked at the sky, picking over the wood of the log with a nail. A big chunk of bark came off the log with a loud crack. What was that? I don't know, I was just pulling this part here. The two got up and looked down at the log in surprise. Where the bark had been was a large black area. What? What is that? It's like a door? It took all the light from around it. It was as if they could almost see inside before it was just blackness again. What is that? I've never seen anything like it. It looks like a door. Yeah, it looks like a door. The investigator reached out her hand to touch the darkness. It feels cool, like a mountain stream, yet dry. How strange. I want to try it. Before she could stop her, the girl held out her hand as well. There was a whoosh as they were both drawn into the void. What? Okay, this is getting magical. Now we're like in what is this? Like an undercave or something? When they came through, they stood in a cave with otherworldly air. Liquid dripped from the stone ceiling into a hidden pool. And the air was surprisingly hot, like a late afternoon in the summer. Already doggedly looking for clues, the investigator combed the walls of the cavern while the girl walked in circles wide with wonder. Do you think this is where the woman went missing? I never conclude anything until I have evidence. But you think she might be here, right? The girl got no response as the investigator had paused next to a large stone. What's that? Why would there be a woolen scarf in the cave? Picking up the item, the investigator looked it over. It was most likely a shielded knife. This could belong to a young woman. With a roar, something came lumbering out from behind the big rock. Excuse me? Aggressive monster. That's mine. What's this? She held up the scarf. Where did you get it from? I made it. Oh yeah? Where did you get the wool? Here. Ah, you're lying. I know this wool anywhere. It's wool from Icelandic ship. Okay, that's very specific. The only place around here that you can get it's LeafletGames farm. And I'm pretty sure that the Jane and Lydia wouldn't have given it to someone like you. Are you not surprised by the, demonic monster in front of you? Oh, do you know how to knit? Of course I knit, don't you? I wish I did. I was thinking to go to LeafletGames farm to get some of their famous hot apple cider. It's so tasty, maybe we could go together. Give me the scarf, I found it. And what do you mean they won't give it to someone like me? You're just like the others. You're racist. With a wail, the monster ran off down a corridor. Oh no, now I feel bad. Well, I'm going to keep this. The scarf went into the investigator's bag. Let's see what else we find. Let's just ignore. In this world, it's a normal occurrence to find a monster or something. The two continued deeper into the cavern. Okay, this looks more creepy. A few more steps and the cavern opened up and up. They came across what looked like a house made of stone. Look, something was written on the wall. It was written with this pencil and looks very recent. I can read that. It is no language I ever seen, though. Do you think the missing person wrote it? What should we do? Let's ask inside the house. Don't you guys have phones to take pictures or something? The investigator knocked on the door of the stone cottage. And there's another demon. This one's like more cute. Graceful monster. Yeah. Yes? From the other side of the door, a monster stepped out. She wore a beautiful dress and moved with a nimble grace. Yeah, that's a beautiful dress. Excuse me, but I was wondering if you could help decipher this text written on your wall. Text on my wall? Who did that? I'll read it to you, but then I'm screwing it off. Must have been those kids. The monster came out of the house and walked over to the side. Yep, that text's alright. Hang on, I can't read it so close. She walked all the way to the other end of the cave. This should be far enough, let's see. It says, I smiled for what I had to fear. What does that mean? Heck if I know. I want to wash it off. Darn kids and their pranks. Why will they write this and why? What does this have to do with the missing person? The monster bared its teeth and the investigator and her partner took the hint. They ran further down the dark corridor. Oh. Yeah, I think that the music choice for this game is not quite right for what's happening. I would rather have like cave noises and stuff like that instead of like classical music, because yeah, classical music it's nice. It's better than no sound indeed, but I don't think it's doing the game a favor. This is like a comedic, mysterious game, and the music doesn't quite reflect that. But I know like developers, like it's hard to make music, right? It's really hard to make your own music, and you depend on the music you can find, and sometimes it's hard to find the perfect match for your game. I understand that, so I'm just mentioning it. The hair sounded like a rock falling onto another rock. The pattern ran faster, pulling ahead. There's nothing here. The investigator ran up, panting to catch her breath. You're so quick. Suddenly she felt a sharp pain stabbing through her leg. Ouch. What? A bird trap? Ah, what is it? The sidekick came running towards the investigator. Holding it up, the two of them looked at the PI's leg. A vice-like trap has snap open similar to those used for hunting animals. Little trickles of blood ran down the investigator's leg, pulling her in the shoe and sucking her sock. It is a trap. You're bleeding. I'm fine. It's just a bear trap that's gonna sever my leg. She wins. Let me help you. Straining, the girl pulled out the metal jaws to no avail. Wait, get out of the way. As the tornado took a few steps back, the investigator reached to her belt and took out a long knife. You had that all along? I always have it with me. Yeah, that looks like a kitchen knife, not like a tactical knife, but okay, it works, I guess. But I was taught to never to use weapons. I had for things like this. She weighted the heavy blade between the teeth of the metal trap. The hinge cracked the ground until she twisted the knife away from herself, quickly breaking the metal spring, snapping the trap open. It flung to the far wall of the cave, bouncing off stone. Nice! I guess things like that can be useful, though they scare me a little bit. Thanks. Thanks for what? She let out the hint of a smile. Oof, I still hurts though. The smile turning into a grimace of pain. Here, let me help you, let's sit here. She put her arms around her shoulder and held her limp over to sit on a flat rock. Is this always how your cases go? Honestly, no. I usually solve them within the first 5 minutes. Haven't had this much excitement in a while. Excitement like with a bleeding leg? Well, I never had this much excitement ever. You're not the one with holes in your leg. They both laugh. Why are you laughing at this? I don't understand this woman. Here! She ripped off her son of her from a skirt using to bind the PI's wounds. I just wish we knew where this girl was. Are you worried about her? Of course I am. Even though you don't know her? Yes, that has nothing to do with it. If someone is missing, I want to find them and bring them home. It's as simple as that. Not everyone will feel that way. The girl looked down wistfully. Well, most people are selfish. But not everyone. Yeah, that's what most people mean. The girl looked up at the PI. I admire you for that. I know there's some kind of like romance brewing up between them, but I'm not feeling it personally. Embarrassed by the compliment, the investigator tried to push herself on her feet, letting out a moan of pain. Ow. We should rest for a moment. I don't want to stop searching. You can take a break once in a while. Exasperated, Rowan sat back against the cave wall. I'm used to doing things my way. I work diligently and it pays off. If I push myself, then I'm less likely to make mistakes. She sighed as if not believing that she actually said it out loud. This town has been through a lot. People have gotten hurt and I don't want to feel responsible. Why would you feel responsible? She placed a caring hand on her arm. Things were different when I worked with the police. We took breaks, we joked around, and we prioritized cases. When I realized that there were problems in this town that we just didn't deal with, I couldn't handle it. I left to start my own business and I've been doing my best ever since to solve each and every case that crosses my desk. That's commendable. But what about you? I'm sitting here on All Hallows Eve with a hurt leg. And you're with me. There's nowhere I'd rather be. this is kind of weird. But I feel like this is no place for romance, but whatever. Surprised investigator looked over at the girl. Yeah, thank you, but I think we should get out of this cavern, yeah. I don't think we'll find anything else down here. The two left the way I had come across, crossing the dark threshold once again and entering into the forest. Something's different, I can feel it. The forest was covered in lights, orbs hung from the trees, and jack-o'-lanterns adorned the paths. It is Halloween. You know, it would be nice to see the Halloween decorations, but the investigator paused, leaning against their sidekick. So it is. It must have been gone longer than we thought. People of all ages walked to and fro, dressed in many different styles of colorful costumes. They talk animatedly, bags of baskets of candy hanging from their hands. We need to block this entrance again. We don't want any one of these people finding it by accident. The PI caught her breath as the partner tried to replace the large piece of bark over the swirling dark entrance. Wait. The investigator paused, thinking. Did you come up with something? Possibly. First of all, we have the scarf. What about it? The scarf was knit by hand. The police woman was knitting? That's something. The monster was scared? I won't say scared, but there is something about Le Rennet Farm. Yeah, they got the yarn from there, right? So it's either one of these two. Someone could have brought the wool from the farm, but they knitted it themselves. But I'm sure monsters can knit. Why? Why is that? They must have been doing something nefarious with that scarf. Maybe they stole it from the missing woman. They could have captured her and trapped her in those caverns. I think you're jumping to conclusions. Yeah, I also think that. Well, that's only one piece of the puzzle, but I stand by it. Then we have the writing on the wall. What could that mean? Yeah, why did the monster have to read the quote from far away? The quote was from Poe. What stood out to me was that the monster could not read the text until they looked at it from far away. The girl shifted uncomfortably. Maybe all of the monsters all have poor eyesight. This is a clue that might help us break the case. Therefore, I conclude that the missing person was taken by the monsters. But why would they do that? The monsters need a reason? Hey, maybe they do, we don't know that. Now the question is, how do we find the missing person and get her back? I suggest we go down and question the monsters this time, not being so nice. I really thought you were different. Huh? The investigator blinked, not believing her eyes. Yeah, she's a monster, right? Yeah, I was suspecting something from her. By the way, nice apps. The partner transformed. The inspector looked around. Luckily, all the people celebrating Halloween would simply assume the girl was in costume. Are you one of them? How did I not see that? I did. I'm one of them, but I wasn't always. The missing person that you seek is me. I didn't quite expect that, but yeah. The thing is, I'm not missing, and I'm not a person anymore. I can see that, but why? Why are you doing this? I was prepared to explain everything. I thought maybe you understand, but now I see that I was wrong. The monster girl took the investigator's hand in hers. It was hot and dry. You're coming with me. She pulled her back into the monster's world through the portal. What? This looks like a normal city. On the other side was no longer a dark cavern, but a bright, bustling little town. Monsters walked back and forth as if they mirrored to the people in costumes above. This is the one night of the year when we look almost normal. What's with the music? I can get behind this music, I'm sorry. And now you'll know how it feels to be us. The investigator felt strange. Something was happening to her body, to her mind. What? There, now you get it. When the investigator looked around, the figures around them didn't look like monsters anymore. They looked like family. What, is she becoming a monster? The end. What? Is the investigator also a monster? What? Oh, well, okay. I guess that's the end of the game. Um, I was expecting something more like Halloween-esque, based on this like um title screen. It's not a title screen because it doesn't even have a title like written on it. Um, small town, big secrets. I guess the people at the yarn farm knew they are also monsters. Maybe we don't know that. Yeah. I don't know. It was not a bad visual novel, but I don't think it's one of my favorites that I have played so far. It's decent. I think the music problem kind of kills it. Like the music really doesn't fit with the atmosphere of the game, and I know it's royalty free music, and it's better than no music indeed. But if I could fix something, quote unquote fix, there's nothing wrong with it. Um, it would be the music. Also, the story is a little bit confusing because the characters just kind of like jump around from one thing to the other. It's like, is this like romance subplot? But there's like a few mysteries and nothing really gets explained. I guess this game has like different endings. I'm guessing that, and maybe the other endings explain it more. But just the like 20 minutes I played the game didn't really like explain anything, and it was mostly confusing to me. Like you can be all romantic under a cape with a beer trap on your leg. It's kind of weird, right? But you know, it's a decent game. So if you guys want to try it, the link will be down in the description with all the games I have played so far. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. And I will see you guys in the next indie game or stream. Goodbye.